Guys, welcome back to another episode of EdgeMasterGaming, where today I'm introducing the first video in my map mastery series for those who remain. What this series will cover is every single map in detail, so whether you're a beginner or average player, you will have a greater chance of survival when you play. As you can tell by the title, the map that we're covering today is Ranch. But before we get started, if you find anything in this video helpful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons below. Also, don't forget to check out the description box below for more awesome links like my Twitch, Discord, Roblox group, and more. Alright guys, let's get started. The first thing that I'd like to cover is the map layout, because I believe that knowing any map is the key to success. Anytime that you play a map that you're unfamiliar with on Those Who Remain, take the time in the earlier waves to explore as much as you can. As you see, this part of the map boasts a beautiful home that has multiple ways to access it. One in the front, one through the kitchen, and one in the master bedroom. In addition, this area has two drop locations for the helicopter. The first one is in the backyard behind this smaller white garage. The next one is in the driveway on the right side of the house. Moving along, we move to the back part of the ranch where we find a storehouse and stables side by side. Both structures have two entrances each through the front and rear. Depending on the wave you're on, you have to be really careful when entering these buildings because it's easy to get overrun. Just outside of these buildings is another drop location, as you see here. Our last location on the map, beyond the field at the far end of the property, is a two-level barn. On our way there, we encountered the last two drop locations for the helicopter. One here, that's more toward the center of the field. And here in front of this pickup truck, which marks 5 total drop locations for this map. This barn has 4 ways to enter it. There are 2 doors on the front, 1 door on the side, and another door in the rear. This barn is actually considered the go-to location on this map when it comes to camping on Wave 15. Which brings me to my next topic. The next thing that I want to cover is survival. A few of you out there, I'm sure, are having problems surviving beyond Wave 10. So how can we even discuss camping spots at Wave 15 if you don't live long enough to even get to that point? Well, I have a 4-step strategy that I'm sure will be beneficial to you. Number 1, don't do objectives alone. At higher waves, avoid this at all costs for obvious reasons. Number 2, barbed wire is your friend. Find a place preferably out in the open that spawns items so that you can grab them just in case you get in trouble. You should place the wire down in such a way that you can run over them in a pattern. Using the wire does 2 things. It slows the zombies down and gives you kill bonuses. Number 3, fortify near your spawning point. At higher waves, you want to find the closest place to your spawn location to place down the wires. The reason is the zombies spawn in quickly and will find you if you take too long to set up, which could spell disaster. I'll cover a few places that are good for this later. And number 4, always aim for the head. Of course, this is a known thing, but this is really more for bursters. These monstrosities do a ton of damage if you're too close when they blow up. So always shoot them either in the head, from a distance, or don't shoot them at all because they can't catch you. Allow the wire to do the work. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, I know what you guys are thinking. Edge, those steps are easy for you. You're a high level player, you have the Speed Demon perk and an M60. And yeah, you're right. So I'm going to remove my high level guns and perks so that you can see that it is possible. The first spot that we're going to fortify is the backyard, more specifically the area around the greenhouse. We're going to make it sort of like an obstacle course. Just take note of where I place the wires, and remember, any additional wire that you find, just lay it down, the more the merrier. I just want to take the time to note that whenever there's anyone in need, we need to go out of our way to help those that can't help themselves. Another thing that I want to mention, if you didn't already know this, is that you can grab items behind things. This works as long as the item is in grabbing distance. There can be a wall, or in this case a gazebo, it doesn't matter. Now what I just gave you was a blueprint on how to win in the backyard at a higher wave with lower level guns and perks. Waves 10 through 12 you truthfully don't need to place wires, but it's good practice and you should get in the habit of doing it to increase your success rate. The next location that I want to show you is the storehouse, but this time it's going to be on wave 15, same perks, but with the Mossberg. Now, what if you run into a situation where you can't locate any wires to set them down in time on a later wave? So, it is possible to free run this map in what I call the Field of Screams. The field has items that spawn underneath trees and on tree stumps. If you can keep the horde at bay while running between trees to grab items, then you can make it. With the same loadout, I'm going to show you how it's done on wave 15. There's two things that I want to note here. The first is that it's best to run past the zombies and at a safe distance, turn around and shoot, so that it's easier to aim since they are in a straight line. In addition to that, because I'm using the shotgun, you want to aim, fire, and release your aim while running backwards before firing again. You do this to get some distance from the horde between shots since aiming slows you down. And I'll demonstrate what I mean here. Now that I've shown you how to get to the final wave, let's cover all the camping spots on this map for the 50 cal. Note that every spot that I'm going to reveal can also be supported without the 50, but you should have higher level weapons and teammates with you to assist. We're at the barn, which, as I mentioned earlier in the video, is the go-to spot for a ranch. This building can hold the entire team and creates a major choke point for the horde as they file in and try to go up these steps. You want to place wires at the bottom of the steps here, going all the way up to the top. And place the 50 cal either here or further back here. Just watch. The only thing that I don't like about the barn is if you don't have a decent team, then it's easy to get trapped here. I do want to take the time to note a glitch that happens when players are stuck at the beginning of a wave. They can fire their weapon, but they can't move anywhere. The reason this happens is because they used the 50 cal in the previous wave. The only way to prevent this is just hop off the 50 cal before the wave ends, or don't use it at all. Once you get stuck, the only way to get free is to place another 50 cal down or to completely reset the game. I have to credit J Daily Deluxe for discovering this and telling me. There are two alternative spots that I haven't seen anyone use, but I have been successful with them both. The first one is located here in this beautiful 3,800 square foot home. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath style rancher that's in the heart of Texas. As we move through the living room, you'll see the ammunition that's sitting on the coffee table, because in the heart of Texas, we love guns. Anyway, as we move down the hallway, straight back we see this nice storage room that's great for fortifications. One thing that I'd like to note is when you set down the 50 cal, it is very important that you switch back to your primary immediately before using it. The reason you do this is because if the zombies gets past your fortifications, you don't want to be switching to your primary to fight your way out. The last location is here in the stable. There are 3 stalls that are open and are perfect for setting down the 50 cal. Regardless of the excruciating scream you just heard, no one was harmed in the actual making of this film. All characters and events in this film are entirely fictional based, and besides that, I really did try to save them. I really did. Never mind. The biggest threats while on the cal are zombies that have armor like this riot infected because they take more shots. So do whatever you need to do to ensure you kill them. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. As of right now, EdgeMasterGaming is nearing 2,000 subs and I just can't believe it. When we reach the mark, I'll be sending out a special community message as well as taking the time to play some new Roblox games on stream that you all have asked me to check out. Please let me know what you think of the video in the comments below. And as always guys, remember to have fun, take care, and God bless.